Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to begin with a new chapter, that is crystal field theory. So, in crystal field theory, first let us know what are the crystal field effect. What is a crystal field effect? The splitting of the d orbitals or the energy terms which arise due to electrostatic repulsions among the d electrons of the metal ion due to electrostatic crystal field potential of the ligand and the consequences thereof are known as crystal field effect. That is, students, here what are we going to discuss in crystal field effect is the splitting of the d orbitals, and these d orbitals are going to split due to the electrostatic repulsion among the d orbitals of the metal ion due to the electrostatic crystal field potential of the ligand. That is, as the ligands are going to approach, what happens is the central metal atom, the d orbitals are going to get splitted up, and this splitting, which is going to arise due to the electrostatic repulsion among the d orbitals of the metal ion due to the electrostatic crystal field potential of the ligand, and the consequences thereof are known as crystal field effect. The theory, that is the crystal field theory, in fact is a model for the bonding interactions between the transition metal and the ligand. So this theory mainly deals with the bonding interaction between the transition metal and the ligand. It describes the attraction between the positive charge of this metal cation and the negative charge on the non-bonding electrons of the ligand. When the ligands approach the central metal ion, the degeneracy of the electronic orbitals. When the ligands are going to approach, the degeneracy of the metal ion are going to be disturbed, and the degeneracy is mainly due to d or f orbitals are broken due to the static electric field produced by surrounding the charge distribution. Crystal field theory successfully accounts for the magnetic properties. This was one of the drawback in valence bond theory. So crystal field theory accounts for this. It accounts for the color of the complexes. It accounts for the hydration energy of the transition metal complexes. It does not attempt to describe the bonding. The only drawback in crystal field theory is it is not able to explain to describe the bonding. The electrons in the d orbitals of the central metal ion and those in the ligand repel each other due to the repulsion between the like charges. Here, the electrons in the d orbitals of the central metal ion and those in the ligand, as the ligands are going to approach, there is going to be a repulsion, and this is because they have like charges. The d electrons closer to the ligands will have higher energy than those farther away, which results in the orbital splitting in energy. That is, the d electrons which are close to the ligands are going to have a higher energy than those which are far away, and because of this there is going to be a splitting of the d orbitals. The splitting is affected by the nature of the metal ion, the metal's oxidation state. Higher the oxidation state leads to a larger splitting. The arrangement of ligands around the metal ion, the nature of the ligands surrounding the metal ion. The 5d orbitals are actually classified as the 3d orbitals. Out of the 5d orbitals are dxy, dyz and dzx are oriented between the coordinate axis and are called T2g orbitals. The 3d orbitals, that is dxy, dyz and dzx, are oriented between the coordinate axis and are called T2g orbitals. The other two d orbitals, that is dx square minus y square and dz square, are oriented along the xy axis and are called Eg orbitals. Due to the approach of the ligand, the 5d orbitals, the 5 degenerate d orbitals split. The splitting of the d orbitals depends on the nature of the crystal field. The energy difference between the T2G and Eg level is designated as delta, and this is called as crystal field splitting energy. Okay, thank you.